Hi, I'm Ms. Robbins. Welcome to EPF Virtual Course. I hope that this video helps you find tools to keep you on pace this summer. So let's get started. So below the video that you are currently watching, there's a very helpful chart that gives you a rundown of this summer. But before we get into the course, let's click on this pacing guide. The first thing I want you to do is make a copy of this pacing guide. This is meant to be a resource for you this summer so that you're able to keep track of what you should be completing and make sure you're completing it on time. So you're going to make a copy in your Google Drive, and once you've made a copy, I would ask that you would bookmark this page, and this is simply so that every morning you know where to go and what to do. I think if you go open Chrome every morning, click this guide, and you're able to keep track of what you've completed. So we're going to pretend like you've already completed the orientations and you've completed PF1, but right now we're going to pretend like you're on PF2, which stands for Personal Finance 2. So going back to the home page of Canvas, you will click PF2 here, or you can click Modules on the left. You've already completed the general orientation and this course-specific orientation, which will unlock these units. So each unit, you will have a rundown of what the goals are, as well as the standards from Virginia. And the first assignment is a Google Doc. You need to click this document. You need to press File, make a copy. I would organize these within your Google Drive for the summer. That way, in case you forgot to submit something, you're able to easily find it. So once you've made a copy, you're able to answer these questions. It's very organized. If there's a question over here, you're going to be using this link in order to answer this question. Same goes here. And once you've completed all of these, you will be ready to submit. So going back to Canvas, you'll press Submit Assignment. Now I'm in Test Student, so it won't let me do this, but for you, you'll be able to click Google Drive, and your drive should pop up here, and you'll be able to link that document directly from your Google Drive. You want to make sure it's the one that you've completed and not my template. So once you've uploaded that, you'll press Submit Assignment. It's telling me I haven't submitted anything, so but you will connect it from your Google Drive. So over here for full marks, this is the rubric I'll be looking at to make sure that you've clearly and thoughtfully answered each of those questions. Once you've submitted, you'll press Next. You'll do the same thing here where you make a copy of the document to submit. Press Next. And now we have a discussion board. For the discussion boards, you need to respond and answer all of these questions fully for credit, but you'll also see that in order to receive full credit, you need to respond to 2 peers. So if I'm the first person responding to these questions, I need to make sure I come back and respond thoughtfully to 2 peers. And then I will complete this assignment on how we save. And the final PF2, Personal Finance 2, is comparing savings accounts, and I'll submit that assignment. So once I've completed all of these assignments, I know I'm finished with PF2 because now it says PF3. I'll go back to my pacing guide, and I'll say PF2, July 10th, I completed this. I might make a note, go back to make 2 comments if I was the first person to respond on that discussion board. The other thing as you're going, especially in the first 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks of this course, is you need to be completing these WISE practice quizzes and exams. These are to help you prepare for the WISE personal finance test that will be coming up at the end of July. I will send out a form for you to sign up for these. You'll have to come into WNL to complete the exam. This is essentially kind of like the SOL for the course. So look out for that announcement. So going back to the home page, where you find these practice quizzes is right here on this little chart. You'll click here. Each of these quizzes is 10 questions. You have to get a 7 out of 10 in order to move on to the next quiz. Practice test 1 and practice test 2 are a little bit longer. So make sure you give yourself time, and this is wonderful practice. You can take these as many times as you want and get a higher score, but these are great practice for that WISE exam. Going back to the home page, after PF4, PF8, Econ 4, and Econ 8, you'll see there's an asterisk. I will be emailing out quarterly reports because, as you know from orientation, you won't have access to Student View. So because you won't be able to see your grades in Student View, I will email those to you and your parents. You're always able to access your grades, however, under Grades on the left-hand side. This is probably the quickest way. You'll be able to see what you've completed of units, and then at the very bottom, it lets you know how many points you've earned for each unit. The last thing I want to let you know is who I am, which is your teacher, Miss Robbins. I'm here as a resource. Please reach out to me as you go along. You're always able to reach out to me at my email address here. I try to respond promptly. If you ever can't reach me, Mr. Brown is also here as a resource. It's a fast-paced course, so I want to make sure you know that you communicate with me to let me know how you're doing and any questions as they arise. I know it's going to be a successful summer. I look forward to working with you.